Hi everybody, welcome back. So we are in the middle of a huge winter storm right now. My kids have off, so if you hear a lot of yelling, ginger snapping all over this house right now. They are a mess. I'm a mess. We're all sick. But I thought since we're snowed in, I haven't filmed in a while, I have so many things to review for you guys. So this was so important. I wanted to do and I hauled it, but did I like it? Did I haul it? I do, but mostly over on Instagram and little mentions on Twitter. So if you don't follow me there, make sure that you do, especially on Instagram, because that's where I am the most social when I'm feeling social. So I wanted to review a couple of affordable palettes along with the Physicians Formula Rosé or Rose line that I got. I have not reviewed all of it. I haven't tried out all of it. Some of it I'm still kind of in the middle of how I'm really feeling about it. But for the most part, a lot of it, especially the skincare, I have tried out. I know how I feel and I want to talk to you guys about it. So if you are interested in that, then let's go ahead and get started because this is probably going to be a long one. Okay, so I do have a lot from this Rosé line. I want to say that it's Rosé because there's a little dash above the E. It's all rose. It's all rose scented, and it is a nice rose scent, but if you don't like rose, you will not like a thing out of this line because it is fragranced. Really fragranced. So I wanted to talk about some of the makeup that I've tried. I have dipped into the palette a little bit, but I really want to try that on camera with you guys. So if you want to see me do like a get ready with me or just a specific try that palette out, just get my face all done and then do my eyes on camera for you guys, let me know in the comments. Either way, because I have a bunch of stuff that I need to try, so I'll get ready with me. Might be fun. The first thing I want to talk about is the Rosé All Stay Illuminating Setting Spray. This is a huge no from me. This is a very, very big no. I thought I might like it. And if you can look at the bottom of it, all of that, that's all glitter. And it says shake me. And there's balls in there. You can hear, you know, you have to shake it up. The only reason why this is illuminating is because there is so much glitter in it. Now, I took a video on my iPhone. If I can figure out how to integrate it all, then I'll show it to you guys and I'll pop it in for you guys to see. But it is nothing but chunky glitter. And I did write on my Instagram and I showed my arm because I had sprayed it on my arm. And I showed it because my phone actually picked it up really, really well. And I asked people on Instagram, would you put something like this on your face? And it was 100% no across the board. It has a really, really nice spray. It's just very misty and it kind of comes out very wide at a wide angle, so it'll get more of your face in one. I think that this is actually something, because a lot of these, even though they don't work for me per se, there are a lot of ways that I can use them to get use out of them. So quite a few of them I'm going to be keeping. This is one of them that I will end up keeping, and it's because I think that it would be great as a body spray during the summer, because who doesn't want glitter all over them during the summer to catch the sun? I know I do. I just don't want it on my face because there's so much of it that it kind of ruins your look. So I didn't like that, and I didn't see any staying power with it either. And it is highly fragranced, and it's a little bothersome when it's on your face because it does stay smelling like that. So this isn't something that I like as a setting spray, but as a body spray, I may just really, really like it. And that way I can actually use it up too, because Physicians Formula is not inexpensive. They're drugstore, but they're one of the most like expensive drugstore items you can get, and the items are really small. They're not as big as you thought that they would be. So I'm like kind of really let down by this because this seemed like a very cheap way of making this for not a cheap price. Alright, the next thing I have are two lip products. Now, this is not part of the Rosé line, but it is new. They say new on them, and I have been trying them out. I had some thoughts on them. These are around 10 bucks, I believe, maybe a little bit over. The first one is something that I'm wearing right now. I have fell in love with this so much. I think everybody needs it. This is the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Tinted Lip Treatment. This is a very nice casing. It's almost like weighted metal-like. And you open it up and you have the lip treatment. So pretty. What is this one called? This one is called Tickled Pink. I'm wearing it right now. It's supposed to be like this butter formula with a tint of lip color. This is the smoothest lip treatment, lip balm, lip anything I have ever tried in my life. And it gives you serious color on your lips that stays. And it kind of wears off slightly. And it's very, very, very moisturizing. So this is, I had to dig it out of my purse, honestly, because it was in there. I have been using this so much. Been loving it. And it's so quick and easy. I don't need a lip liner. I don't need anything like that. I just, done. Loving it. And it's really natural looking too. So I would highly recommend this. And I want more in different shades. It's just quick and easy, and it works, and it's like chapstick and a lipstick in one, and that's really where I kind of fall at with where I want my lips. So that has been everything for me. And the next one, this is their Organic Wear Nourishing Lipstick. I have mine in Buttercup. This reminded me right off the bat, and I said on Instagram, I was like, does this remind anybody else? Because the way that it's actually made looks so much like Charlotte Tilbury's lipsticks. And the weird thing is it's also formulated like Charlotte Tilbury's lipsticks too. I have one of hers, Secret Salma, which is one of my favorite lipsticks. This matches right up to that. This is a little bit more drying on the lips, but I love this just as much as I would the Charlotte Tilbury. So I want more shades of these, and I think that they could really replace the Charlotte Tilbury, and that is saying something. I mean, the packaging isn't even close to Charlotte Tilbury, but I think if they worked on the packaging, the formula is there with these so much. I love this. I think that if you guys like the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, or you've been wanting to try them and you just don't have the money, try this. I love it. Alright, and the last makeup item that I tried, and you really don't need a while at all, usually one use to figure out if mascara works for you. This is the Rose All Day Mascara. This I would not recommend, honestly. I like rose scented everything, and this was too rose scented for me. The mascara is actually scented rose. It is too much. It's too much. It almost feels like it's gonna burn my eyes. And it doesn't really burn my eyes, but there is like a wateriness to my eyes every time I use this. Oh, it's so strong. It's so strong. There's nothing special about the wand, but if you do look at it, you see all these little fibers on it. And they flake off during the day. They flake off everywhere. And what's really weird about this formula is it's almost sticky, because when I put it on my bottom lashes and my mascara is drying, my top and bottom lashes will actually catch on each other and stick together. And I've never had that happen with any other kind of mascara. So it throws me off. I love the packaging. I think that the packaging is gorgeous. I think it's fantastic. I do not like the formula. I would not recommend this. And I've heard so many good things about the Physicians Formula mascara formula, and this did not impress me. It did not impress me. So I do still have the palette. I have a highlighter, and I have a Set and Glow, and I think I might have something else makeup wise from that line. So if you guys do want to see me use them and get ready with me, let me know in the comments. And let's move on to the skincare that I have tried and what I think about that. First off, the eye cream. This is the Rose All Day 2-Night Eye Cream. Now, this is something that I like. This I actually keep up on top of my skincare little area, I guess you could call it, that I have. And I do use this. I only use this at night though, because it is a heavier texture. Everything in this rose line is heavy and more towards what I would say dry skin people. And of course, I was saying that on Instagram, and a lot of people were like, duh. You know, rose is very nourishing. It's very, like, you know, moisturizing. And I know that. I know. But my skin is combo. So sometimes things that are for dry skin works for me. Sometimes most of the things that are for oily skin work for me. You know, so it can be either way. And I love rose so much that I was really just hoping that it would work for my skin too. Or that I could find some way for it to work at all. 2-year-old tantrums, guys. He wants to come in here. He keeps coming in here and going, cheese, cheese, because he thinks that I'm taking pictures. But this eye cream is one thing that I do find works for me. Eye creams, I'm not putting them all over my face, so they really don't have a chance to get too oily on me. I do like the smell of this. The smell is across the board on all of the products. It all smells the same, with the same level of fragrance, the same scent, the same everything really. So I don't mind this at all. Do I think that it's something that you need to like run right out and grab? No. It says that it's supposed to brighten and tighten. I do feel the tightening effect to it, but it's only as long as it's first drying down on your face. Brightening, I really don't see how. You know, their whole thing with this line in brightening is glitter. There's no glitter in this, but I'm still a little confused as to why they're saying it's brightening, because I don't see that. But then again, I don't think that if it does do that, I have used it long enough to see those results. Now this is cool. This is the Physicians Formula. This is a serum, Rosé All Day oil-free serum, and I really thought that that meant that it would do wonders for me. Really nice glass bottle on this, you guys, so this is not something, like, I understand the price with this because the skincare is a little expensive. So this comes, which annoys the shit out of me, but this comes in a little dropper. The only thing about this, it makes me so mad. I cannot use a lot of this unless I am going to put makeup on my face. For some reason, my skin does better when I wear makeup daily. If I don't, then my skin tends to be more oily and I break out more. So I can get away with heavier skincare items if I'm going to be wearing makeup. That is the only way that I can wear this, or at nighttime if I'm trying to do like a pretty heavy moisturizing treatment to my skin. This is nothing but like a liquid highlighter. This is a serum, and it really is, and that's the reason why I think that it's more like brightening and moisturizing, and it's really heavy liquid highlighter. That's all I can say about this. And it's very awkward. It's an awkward experience. It's awkward to put it on your face as a skincare item, but it does give you a very gorgeous glow. And since there are skincare properties in this, I think that it would be amazing for people who have dry skin, who want to go makeup free, but they want a little liveliness to their skin. I think that you would love this because it really does give you a nice glow without being too chunky glittery, but there's glitter in all of it, sadly. Alright, the Rosé All Night. This is the Intensive Ultra Rich Restorative Cream. I should have known right off the bat that this was going to be way too much for me, but I have been handling some more rich creams at nighttime, and I thought I would just go for it. This is a great product. It really is. How it makes your skin feel, what it would do for someone with dry skin is amazing. I think that if you have super dry skin, you have got to grab this, and if you like rose, because it is rosy. It's more of like a whipped rich texture, and I really like that. I almost messed up saying that. And it's really like a whipped kind of foamy, but it feels so good on your skin. It's just, for me, within 5 minutes of having it on, I felt like I could just peel the grease off my face. It was too rich for me. I could not handle it. My face started kind of feeling itchy, and that's what happens when I wear something that doesn't fit with my skin type, skincare wise. So this definitely doesn't, but what I have found, because I got this in a 3 kit, so this is much smaller than what you would get if you bought this yourself, especially the serum as well. They're smaller than what they actually are if you buy them like themselves off the site. I use this as a hand treatment. I put it on every night on my hands, maybe a little moisturizing and anti-aging for my hands, because why not? I'm almost mid-30s, it can't hurt, right? Alright, next is the cleanser. This Rosé Take the Day Away. This brightens and tightens as well. I don't see the brighten. I don't get that. I love this though. I love this. This is more, it doesn't foam up. It doesn't feel like soap. It actually feels like you're just putting either a moisturizer or some kind of lotion on your skin, and it kind of melts everything away, and then you just rinse it off. It does have a tightening effect to it. I love that it's a big bottle. I love the size of it. I love the smell of it. It says on the side that it's hypoallergenic, it's paraben-free, gluten-free, oil-free, dermatologist tested, clinically tested, cruelty-free, and vegan, which is really nice. This, I just can't say much about. I don't feel like it's a heavy duty cleanser. I feel like if it's something where you've already used a makeup wipe, like I don't think you can go in like my face right now and try to use this and expect it to take off your makeup. I don't feel like it's like that. I feel like if you already have a bare face and you just need to like get some of the dirt, oil, you know, debris from outside and the air off of your face, it's fantastic. It also feels a little bit moisturizing along with the tightening effect afterwards, but it's not a super clean feeling for me, but it's something that I can use up. Alright, and lastly in this line, this is the Rose All Day Moisturizer. Now this has a broad spectrum SPF of 30. Usually when I have a moisturizer that has SPF in it, it's just too much. And this can be too much. Like, I have yet to really find an SPF that works for me and doesn't make me break out. I'm still searching. I know that I should be using an SPF every single day. That's really hard. I guess it's good that I'm a hermit and I never leave the house. It's gonna save me in some way, right? But anyway, this is much lighter. It's just like the night stuff, only much lighter. And I can use this during the night. So it's still kind of heavy. So I definitely would not say that this line is for people that are super sensitive to fragrance, who don't like rose. If you don't like rose, this is not for you. And who have probably combination that leans more towards oily or oily skin. Do not go anywhere near these products. Overall, the makeup items so far are really what's caught my eye. I'm really happy with the lipsticks. The setting spray, well, it's just not, I can't use it for what it's for. I think it would be really disappointing for a lot of people if you're expecting this dewiness to your skin and all you get is chunky highlight, like chunky glitter highlight. I don't think that you'll like that. And while the serum is kind of like a liquid highlighter, it's really crazy. It does make your face look gorgeous. It might not feel gorgeous, but it looks gorgeous. So I would read the reviews on the site, see kind of where you fall and where you land. So that is my thoughts so far on the Physicians Formula Rosé line. Some real good hits and some real bad misses, but for the most part, it's only because of my skin type, except for like the setting spray and stuff. That, I don't know what they were thinking. If you have any questions, anything that I didn't cover with talking about these products, just leave them in the comments and I will get back to you guys. I like to do this and sometimes I don't do this and think and go over or say everything about the product that I probably should. So I try to like pop things up on the screen for you guys. But yeah, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and let's move on. So I want to move on to the Makeup Revolution, and this is the Patricia B. Bright or Patricia Bright. Why is that B a little bit farther away from the R? That's gonna mess me up. I think it's Patricia Bright, but this is the face palette and it comes in a tin, which is kind of cool. It's a little bit of a cheaper tin, so it's kind of a pain in the butt to open, but it works, and I think that this would be great to travel with. There are 4 different ones of these. I have the light one, which is called Summer Sunrise. There is actually a fair one that's underneath this one, and then there are 2 more deeper ones, medium and dark, I believe. So I got this one, and it comes with a blush, a highlighter, and a bronzer, and I'm wearing this on my face today. Everything is on my face, everything. All of it. Now my overall opinion on this is I actually think that it's a pretty good palette. The blush is gorgeous. I love the blush. It is something that you do have to reapply throughout the day. I find myself reapplying it one more time throughout the day. I have to do that with a lot of blushes though, so that's not something that I'm like, oh, over. The bronzer is very pigmented. It goes along with the light version that I got, so I do like that. You can see that it is a little orange. It's on the orange side, but you can like buff it out. It still gives you a warmth to your face. It's a little scary because it's super pigmented and it's a little hard to blend out. So if you don't put it down perfectly, it can look yuck, you know? So you have to have a really good brush and you have to know what you're doing or just go real gentle, And then the highlight, it's not something that I care for too much. It's more of what I would call a blush topper if you want a more luminous look to your skin. It's more of a metallic foil kind of texture to it and look to it. And it's more pink. So it looks like it belongs on top of the blush, and it actually does look really good. I am wearing it over top of the blush, and I don't think that I can even tell myself too much about it. Like, there's not enough glow there for me, but this does remind me of a new product that I have. Let me grab it. The Becca highlighter, and this is called Pearl Glow. I think that's what it's called. And these two like remind me of each other to a T so much. So if you were looking into this and you wanted to get it or something and can't afford it, I would grab this palette in Summer Sunrise, and there you have it, because they look the same on my hand when I swatch them. They look the same on the face. Like, they are basically the same product. So that is another thing about this. But I do like how they're all in one. It makes doing your makeup very easy and quick. These are packaging that you can travel with because they have the tin. They will protect the product, and they're not bad, and they're affordable, and that's something that I like too about Makeup Revolution. I go back and forth with them because sometimes they rip other brands off, and I'm like, why don't you just do your own thing? You know, like, you don't have to use someone else's high-end idea and make it affordable. I mean, I know that a lot of people like that, and even I will buy it myself too, but I think that they are there, you know, up there enough to where they can do their own thing and still thrive. So sometimes I'm like, don't do that with them. But on the other hand, the price point really does meet the quality with this. I'm still trying out the makeup palette so far. I am positive with that, but I haven't used enough of the shades and enough times to really have a good idea of how I feel about it and if I would recommend it. So with this, I would recommend it. I would highly recommend trying it out. It's good enough to have in your collection for sure, and it's definitely good enough if you don't have a lot of traveling items, a lot of items that you feel comfortable traveling with. It's affordable enough, and it's made with that tin, so it would be the perfect travel. And the eyeshadow palette is the same, and I believe that there are two different kinds of those, like a brights and then a more neutral-y one that I have, but it still has a ton of brights in it. I don't know. I know that the colors are gorgeous, so I'll tell you that. And the last item I wanted to review is from Maybelline. They got, let me not blind you, they got a new palette. Oh, I saw this and I was like, oh, that looks so good. That is right up my alley. And then I remembered how Maybelline's eyeshadow palettes have been, and I'm like, oh, I don't want this to be bad because it's so pretty. Like, I'll literally want to chuck this at Maybelline's CEO if it stinks. I mean, look at, oh, look. Oh, so pretty. Look at that. Oh, it's just browns and bronze and like mauves and champagnes, and it's just right up my alley, especially my everyday alley. I am wearing this palette on my eyes today. I am in love with this. I'll straight up tell you I am in love with this. Now, it is an affordable palette. It is from Maybelline. They have the crappiest palettes out before this. I did not like them at all. I was mad I even wasted the under $15 on them. I was so mad. This is something that I would recommend to everyone. Now, some of the darker shades, especially this one here, which is called Self Starter, the darker shades can be a little bit patchy, but what's great about them is that the other shades are so like buttery and blendable that if you go back in with them, you can blend out anything with this palette, anything. You just need to remember that like this shade and this shade are a little bit chalky and dry, so they do tend to look a little bit like stamped on, and they won't blend out as well, but it is possible to do it. You just got to work with it a little bit, and it's worth it because the colors are so pretty. I know that a lot of people probably look at this and they're like, a lot of it just looks the same. I don't get it. You need to have it in your hand. You need to actually look at it with your eyes. Every shade is different. It has either a different like metallic versus matte, or it has a different tint of something warm or cool to it. There is so much you can do with this, and I have been using it so, I mean, this thing is tortured. It is dirty. I have been using the crap out of this. I wanted to make sure that I tried every single shade, that I used it multiple ways. I love this. This is something that I have been reaching for all month, and I would highly recommend it. I think that they finally might have found a formula that's a win, and I hope that they continue to do this because I will buy every single one of their palettes if the formula is the quality of this one. Plus, it's Nudes of New York. I live in New York. No, not the city upstate, but it's New York. It's cool. I love it. I love it, and I love my eye look. I thought it went a little bit too dark. Love it. You can either do a quick everyday look with this, a light look, you can do a work look, or you can do a going out look. You can do anything with this, and I think that everybody needs it in their collection. It's affordable enough to where you can have it in your collection, and it's actually for once worth having in your collection. So if you want to actually see me do a video using this as well, let me know and I'll show you on camera how it performs, because it blew me away. I did not have high hopes for it, and now I ended up not being able to keep my hands out of it, if that's saying anything. So if anybody has tried this palette, leave us a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts as well, because I've seen maybe 1 or 2 people actually review this. I think that they were all positive on it, like pretty shocked. You know, it's not like Natasha Denona level, but for Maybelline and for the drugstore, this is a huge, huge hit. Alright, so that is everything we're going to be reviewing. That was a lot. Oh my goodness, that is so much. That's a lot to take in at once. I will leave everything that I talked about listed down below for you guys, so you don't get lost in trying to go back and find everything in the video. Some good hits and some good misses. Bad misses. What? There were some really good hits and some really bad misses. There we go. So I will leave that all below. If you guys have tried any of this, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. And make sure that you tell us your skin type and everything like that too, because that really does help everybody when they're trying to decide what they want to grab from the store. So I have a lot more that I need to review for you guys. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of these videos. If that's something that makes you happy, give this video a thumbs up. Let a girl know. Subscribe before you leave so you don't miss a thing. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.